You're dirty and I like that.
That's right. Now, you guys better send in your videos because I got four. Four! Get it together. Four. If you need me to repost the link, I will. Let me know in the comments. But where's my videos?
Alright, we're coming at you live and direct from the Norwegian Prima. Initial sailing out of New York. A few of us aren't even started, like, early in the day. We have a big group of people here. We're having a great time. And you know what time of month that is, everybody? 1, 2, 3.
Hello, shipheads. I'm LaShandra. Welcome to my coop from the LD channel. Happy Bugoktober. Happy Halloween. Bugok.
Here's our last night of Baked Alaska.
Happy Bugok!
Thank you later, the check is in the mail.
What on earth? What? They're laying eggs! They're laying eggs! Oh my God! You guys didn't lay an egg.
So everybody's chicken does this, right? Yes, sweet. Sausage. Okay, but this, okay, watch. Now, this one. The secret is.
Oh dang. Right in the tuchus. Hey, can you play
So now it breathes.
Hey, can you do any slipping digits?
In that chicken's defense, you shoved a finger at my ass. I've been making some weird
Let me just say. Okay. There you go.
Hey, do me a favor. If you made it this far, hit the thumbs up button. And the subscribe button. And the bell notification so you know when the next video
I
comes
got
out.
the thumbs up, buddy.
Until the next vlog, which will be 2025, we'll see ya.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your friend Jamie here from Sun Sea Travel. You know that, I mean, I'm pretty close to John and the Ship Show and everything that goes on the Ship Show, but I'm not the only one that loves John and the Ship Show. I got a few friends here. Bring it in, guys. Bring it in a little closer. I got a few buddies here that are friends of the Ship Show as well. We got Mike Cray, we got Matt Bird, we got Larry Bum right over here, and we're hanging out on the Norwegian Prima, and we just want to say one thing to everybody out there. If you haven't heard about it, it's a special month of the year, and for you guys in the Ship Show, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How we doing over there? Look at that, Larry. I can see him. I can hear him. I mean, you're looking better this week. I'll tell you that much. We may be a little bit overmodulated on that, but I think you're looking good, Larry. What do you think? Yep. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. You know, every now and then you got to switch it up, but you know, like I said, I'll get this dialed in. But until then, you know, we'll just have to deal with it. So, it's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, it's good to see you. It looks like you are a cheetah or something. Anybody recognize our background? I mean, we've transported well, it's a recurring fee. He does that whole you know what I'm saying? He does the whole thing where like with Amazon and stuff. You know, where they just keep charging you? Yeah. So I know the person we're talking about, he doesn't like this that I'm about to show you here. He doesn't like it. Oh, Larry, you're still muted. Ha ha. Hey, Larry, say hi. You were muted. Well, Daniel Fields, your prophecy came true. Daniel Fields says to me just before the show starts, he says, hopefully technical problems tonight. I'm assuming what he meant to say was hopefully no technical problems tonight, but that isn't what he said. And I was like, oh, gee, thanks. I appreciate that. But he's still muted? They're saying you're still muted. Say something.
I'm saying something now. Loud and clear.
Oh, boy. Larry.
Nothing? Nobody? Still in here?
I can hear you.
Still muted.
No, you're not muted anymore. You're not muted anymore, I promise.
Everybody hear me? Loud and clear?
Yes, you're not muted.
Okay, there we go. So I'll start over again. How's your week been?
Dude, it's been complete insanity. Like, not at all what I expected. And especially today, right? Like, Larry knows, I left my office shortly after 7:30. It was like 8 o'clock. I got home at, 8:15? I mean...
Yeah.
But, you know, that's how it goes around here. I never know. I always have the greatest intentions. You know, I make big plans for myself. And then, you know, they don't work out. I'm used to it. I don't get as upset as I used to because, you know, that's just how it goes for the old rooster, if you know what I'm saying.
You mean you think as upset as you were last week when I didn't type in Larry and hit join?
I really wasn't even upset then. I was just like, yeah, we're late anyway. What difference does it make?
Well, that was a 30-minute deal. And the whole time Jamie's texting me, are you sure this isn't your fault?
Well,
all right.
Thank you, D. Adams.
I was in my chair at 6 o'clock.
Well, you were ready to go.
I was in my office at 6. Oh, I was ready to go. I was showered. I got dressed. I got all the lights turned on. I was going to be totally ready to go, so nothing would go. Not everything go wrong on my side, but you know, that work stuff that gets in the way of having fun sometimes.
All the time, not sometimes, all the time. But you know, that's another thing I've grown accustomed to.
It's my hockey season gets in the way.
Well, it's all good. It's all good. We're here now. Everything's fine.
So I saw Doodles had a. I saw Doodles had a birthday.
Indeed. Yes, he did. We went out to celebrate. Happy
And what
birthday,
did-
Doodles. Stella had an emergency at home while we were gone out to dinner, so we got to spend like about 52 minutes. Oh my gosh. My dog got my wallet again. Hey. Oh boy.
That's not good.
I'm in trouble
That dog
now.
will eat and chew on anything. So, what's going on out there, people? I'll take over while he's running down this wall. Good to see everybody on the chat. I see familiar faces. All you people that are going on the vlogger cruise are all excited and up to leave. I mean, that's right around the corner. New Orleans is a great city. Fun time to be there before you cruise, and Norwegian Breakaway. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So what did you wind up doing for 52 minutes with Doodles?
Well, we went to Doodles' new favorite bar, Pincrest. And it's a bowling alley, right? That's his favorite place in the world these days. We had a couple drinks and, basically just hung out. It was fun. I had a good time, but of course Stella had her issues, so we had to deal with that. So
well, that's what kids are all about.
I think Doodles actually ended up partying into the wee hours of the morning. I'm just kidding. I really don't know. But Luna got a hold of my wallet again. She has completely destroyed it. She pulled the 2 credit cards out. I don't know where they are. I found my ID with a tooth mark in it. And if you look closely here, you can see the dent that she put in my magnetic strip. Thank you, Luna. Right before my cruise. Luna is a hood dog cruising for food.
Maybe you won't spend as much now if your credit card dented.
Well, I guess I can't spend anything, but you know what? There's always Apple Pay, okay? There's always Apple Pay.
There's always other ways to spend money. That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sure there's a lot of football people out there. I used to be a great big football fan, and to be quite honest with you, we lost the Cardinals to Phoenix. We wouldn't build them a stadium. We thought we were getting an expansion team, and we stole the Rams from LA, which I thought was horrible. So the Rams come here. They have started out really bad, but then have great success. And then the owner had already he just was all about moving back, and so it just kind of was a turnoff. But I started watching more lately, especially that Jamie is such a Chargers fan, and of all games that I wind up watching. And when it was 27-0, I changed. I went to something else. I was like, this is over. And came back and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And all I kept thinking is my poor friend and the agony he's going through.
Oh yeah. And you know what? It's funny because I thought they had it in the bag as well. And just goes to show you the NFL is a crazy, crazy game. I feel bad for my friend. He's a diehard, but
Yeah. Bounce back. You go through lean years with the team, and then when they do have success and heartbreaks, when they do finally do something really big, it means that much more. But I saw, first a friend told me this, and I saw it posted somewhere, that at halftime, 20-0, a guy in Las Vegas bet $1 million on the Chargers to win 14,000.
How did that work out for him?
Not too well.
Yeah, exactly.
Not too well at all.
Well,
not too well.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I really don't care about football anymore. It's like I just don't care. The Browns have broken my heart. They've stolen my soul. And, you know, that's the end of that. I'm done. I could care less who wins. I don't care at all. I just don't care. So
I kind of got that way. And then I see Jamie in his Charger gear all the time, and he's got Matthew wearing it, and they're sending me pictures before the game, and so I don't know, I just got a little fired up about it, and I just happened to watch that game, and all I could feel was his pain because I was a diehard Mizzou fan for years, and for the longest time, Missouri would find ways to lose games like that. It just happened all the time. You kind of got used to it, so.
yeah.
I feel for my friend Jamie, but there's always next year, as he said, right? There's always next year. You always have to have that optimism.
I agree. I think Erica Amodi, she said it, or Amodi, she said that the $1 million guy would have only won 11 grand. So, whatever.
So I was awful. I thought it was 14, but I know it wasn't much, and there had to be some kind of a motive. I mean, I guess you look at it this way: somebody that makes that kind of a bet, that they can afford to make it. You know, hopefully they can. But I did want to bring up one subject from last week that I was like really embarrassed about.
Okay, bring up whatever you want, Larry. This is your show too now. Come on.
Well, that was the sock exchange when I made the comment that I couldn't post the contents because most of what I got was food items and I ate them. And you asked me who my partner was, and I drew a blank. Well, it was Heather Vanden Meulen, and I apologize for not remembering that last week. And I can't thank you again for the wonderful package you sent, all the good meats and cheeses, the socks. She sent me this one pair that's so fitting for the Midwest. They're so thick. I mean, your feet can never get cold. I apologize and thanks. And I enjoyed giving and I enjoyed receiving. It was an awesome event.
Well, I got some really cool stuff, which I showed last week. I'm not sure that she got hers. If she did, she didn't say anything, but she might have posted it and I didn't see it because I've been frantically editing still. I know I said I'd have that video out, right? And, you know, that didn't happen. I was so close, too. I thought for sure I could get it done, but it appears it's not to be because... every time I think I'm finished with it, something else comes up. It's a long story. But the other day I was finishing up the audio because everyone sounded all bassy. And it turns out the reason they sounded so bassy was because of the giant subwoofer in the corner of the room. If I would have not had it anyway. Speaking of the sock exchange, though, check this out. This came in the mail.
That was my next subject. That was going to be my next topic to bring up.
Bagok socks. I mean, come on now. Oh, wait. I got two Johns. Where's the other one? How'd that happen? Oh, great. Luna probably got one of them. I'm telling you, that dog...
She ate that before she started eating her credit card.
Yeah, she's going to poop out a Larry sock. That's...
Oh, God.
All right, so here, check that out. Check that out! Pretty cool,
and
huh?
When will these be ready to order?
Well, technically they're ready right now. But... this dog cannot be down here during the live stream. I tried to tell Kelly that, and she said, tough luck. Too bad. So sad. I'm not going to sit here with the crazy dog while I'm trying to sleep. What's up, Lalita Loca, Slinky Angle King, Steve Morales, Sharon at Sea Travel, Mary Barkley. How y'all doing? But they're ready. All I have to do... last night, I changed the logo so it would be the new logo. You know, this one right here. That one. And when I did that, eBay said, no thanks. You're going to have to wait until February till you can sell these. But it's just a matter of getting it approved, sending an email. And I think maybe sometime tomorrow, if anybody wants them, I think they're $14.50, for a pair. They're much higher quality than I thought. Now, whether or not they stand the test of time as far as stretching goes, I don't know, but they're definitely quality. So I saw we got a super chat from Timothy Walters. He says, John and Larry, I want a Ship Show shirt with a pic of you, Larry, and Doodles with the caption, the perfect trifecta. Well, speaking of Doodles, I can tell you this, and Larry doesn't even know this yet. Doodles may be on the show next week. So, speaking of perfect trifecta, there you go. How I'm going to fit all three of us into the screen is another story, but I'm a glutton for punishment, Larry. I'm a glutton for punishment. But
Al, you'll figure it out. You always do figure it out.
yeah, it just takes me longer than most people. You know what I'm saying? I see our friend Always Be Booked here. Paul Addis here. Go ahead, Larry. Sometimes I forget there's a delay.
Are you ready to cruise? Are you ready to? You about ready to cruise?
Am I about ready to cruise? That's yes and no.
Well, it's right around the corner.
I know. Time's flying, though, man. It's flying. It's going too fast. I need it to slow down. This is not going to work for me when I'm rushed. And that's exactly what the situation I'm in. And here comes Lalita Loca saying, I stand with Doodles. Doodles can go in the corner where Jamie is. Well, I have so much to do, Larry.
Hey, is there a way? Yeah, you point your camera towards the window and he could stand at the window again.
Let me see something. I think I know why there is a delay, and I'd like to fix that. You know that? Because I think you're getting a delay from me because I'm sending you a delayed feed. Let me see something. Let me just see something.
Well, I just need that house down the street from you to accept our bid, and then I can just walk down every week.
Well, there you go. Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Okay, but there's probably still a delay, so whatever. That's okay.
So you leave a week from Sunday, correct?
I leave a week from Friday. I leave on the 27th.
The cruise leaves on Sunday, so you're going down 2 nights early.
Yes. Yep.
And where are you staying in New Orleans?
No idea. Sharon at Sea can tell you. They're here in the chat. I have no idea. Paul says bases are covered. Good night. Paul, you can just suck it. Suck it. Okay? I make myself pretty. Maybe.
Wow, reaching.
There we go. Look at that. Look
so
how
2 nights in New Orleans.
2 nights in New Orleans. First night, I think Jamie and I are going to hit up one of my favorite places in the world, and that would be the Acme Oyster House. Have you ever been there?
No, I have not.
It's basically like it's an oyster place where they'll just shuck the things right in front of you. And I'm down with that. And it's like unlimited, like completely unlimited oysters. You just keep ordering and they keep shucking.
What?
Yes. And last time I was there, I had 4 dozen raw. And I went to order another one. And I know the guy was like, listen, dude, take it easy. He was like, have you tried the charbroiled ones? And I said, no, I have not tried the charbroiled ones. He goes, well, you should. And I said, okay, why is that? He was like, everybody loves the charbroiled ones. And I was like, okay, if you say so, I'll get them. And what it really does is it makes you full. So you stop eating freaking oysters. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Right.
does.
I was gonna say, what do they put some breading on them or something? They add something to it to make them more filling, obviously.
Oh, well,
So
all
next time,
kinds
take
of
a picture
butter
of
and
the- of
everything.
all the shells.
Yeah, I will for
Right,
sure.
right.
Absolutely.
I think I see a super chat.
Do you see a super chat? I don't see a super chat.
Crazy Cat Traveler. Crazy Cat Traveler, glad you're back, Ship Show. P.S. The dog has the sock in your background.
Yeah, the dog.
Yes.
The dog has completely taken over everything. But if I'm being honest, I got to be honest here. It's not her fault. She can't help it that I'm constantly busy running around. She is not getting the attention she deserves. And therefore, she's a little bit more hyper than she might normally be. But thank you for the super chat, not only to you, but for Timothy Walters. One thing. No, I'm not eating pizza than oysters, Jamie. Absolutely not. Doodle says, now I understand why Lindy Lou loves John's voice. It's much better on camera. I don't know about that, Doodles. I don't know about that. The camera always adds about 3 octaves, says Arnold. But this is for you, Timothy. I had to get a little creative the other day. You know what I mean?
Very nice.
I had to get
Very
creative.
nice.
And Crazy Cat Traveler, glad you're back. And, wait, was she, you said sock in the background? Oh my gosh, if that dog has one of these socks, I swear. No, she doesn't. Oh my gosh. Stop it! You're out of control! See, this is ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. I can't take it, Larry. I can't take it.
So getting back to the breakaway, what's your favorite, since you've been on it before, what's your favorite part of the breakaway?
Oceans.
What about the cigar?
What's that?
What about the cigar? Don't they have an indoor cigar bar?
They do. Excuse me. And I like it. It's fine. The hours are weird though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think
on the Prima, I think the Prima was like, I don't know if it ever closed.
Well, I mean, when we were on it, the guy at Maltings, I believe is the bar, he was nice enough to let us hang out there, but it was pretty dead in there, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm certainly going to smoke cigars, right? And I have a big event coming, for that whole thing, Cigars Under the Stars. If anybody hasn't been made aware that's going, you're missing out on a good time there. We will be doing a little meet and greet. You might ask yourself, when's that going to happen? And I can tell you really quickly, maybe. I think I can tell you. Yeah. So here we go.
The nice part about the indoors, if you go and all of a sudden, when we were on the Radiance 2 New Year's Eves ago, we tried to have cigars outside, and it was absolutely freezing. I mean, it was freezing. We moved as close to the walls as we could. It was miserable. It just was way too cold. So that was the nice thing about the Prima, is that they had the indoor place. There was a bar right outside, and the funny part about it was all glass, so you could see, even though the door's always closed, the smell definitely drifts out into that walkway. You could see all the people walking by that aren't cigar people turning their nose up at the smell. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great venue. It was open all the time, but there wasn't always waiters in there. So you could always just go in there, but when the waiters came in, they would serve you drinks. I thought it was nice. It's hard to find those on cruise ships now, but I
Absolutely.
really enjoyed
Yeah, no, I agree. So I was just going to say real quick so I could take this down. Cigars Under the Stars, if you're on the Vloggers Cruise and you care to join us, January 30th, that would be the second night at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock at Spice H2O. That's where we will be meeting up, smoking stogies. I'm looking forward to seeing my good boy McNeil and Arnold and Tess and everybody else. There's like 69 people who signed up to go, which, you know, is pretty cool. I love it. I'm happy about that. So hopefully that works out.
One nice group. You better have plenty of ashtrays.
Well, yeah, it's also going to be like a third, like Luna. It's also going to be like a third plume of smoke coming out of the smokestack from everybody. Jamie says that's during 80s night. Yeah, it was last time too. So, you know,
I would choose Cigars Under the Stars over 80s night in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, it's in
That's
the
just
same
me, though.
spot. I mean, it's right there in the same spot. So we'll be smoking cigars there.
Even better.
I see my boy Trevor's here. Daniel Fields, he says he signed up for Cigars Under the Stars, even though he doesn't smoke. I see the cruise world is here. Welcome, Mark. Who else we got? Steve Morales. This dog is going to be the death of me. Stop it. Go get your bone. This is the last time she's down here. Agreements are going to be made. That's all I know. So
Well,
Tweety's
you just
here.
got- yeah.
She says, hi, Ship Show and Cruising for Food, Sharon at Sea, and everyone. You bringing a mullet? Cruising for Food, I don't know if I'm going to bring the mullet, but I'm definitely going to bring the mullet socks that Debbie Nini sent me. Hey, Carol! There's my girl, Carol. She was on the Always Be Booked group cruise. I see her in the chat. She says, hey, y'all. Good to see ya. Good to see ya indeed. Carol.
Your buddy Jimmy had a good point. You're gonna have to go up there and like make some kind of deal for next week.
Well,
she watches the dog, you know.
Yeah, she watches the
Gotta come up with
dog.
something
I mean, I'll give her something. You know, I feel like I have a lot to offer in exchange.
Well, as long as you feel that way.
Well, I think everyone feels that way, or at least should. But
Okay.
listen,
So here's my big question for you.
okay,
You walk on the cruise ship.
yeah,
You go to your first bar.
right.
You will not be able to order a Coco Loco
No,
that you've done on many other cruise ships. What's the first drink you're going to order? You don't have a tradition?
well,
I'm asking the people out there, who has a tradition? The moment they get on a cruise ship, the first bar they go to, what's that drink they get? For me, I don't know how it started, and I try to do it every time, but I order a Red Stripe beer, and then I never have another one the rest of the cruise.
really,
Don't ask me why.
that is a very
That's- yeah.
interesting. That's an interesting scenario, I guess. Wow, huh?
I think I was on a cruise a long time ago, and I just kind of felt like Red Stripe was kind of a cruise beer. I had one, and then I realized, oh my God, I didn't have another one the rest of the cruise. And it's kind of, I guess I was trying to watch my carb intake, and one day I think I Googled it, and it was like, 24 carbs, something. I'm like, I could have like 10 ultras instead of this. So that's probably the reason. I really do like them, but that's just what kind of kicks off my cruise. So What's everybody's first drink? I know what Sharon at Sea's Cruise, her first drink is all the time, is the strawberry margarita. But so you don't really have one. You don't have your go-to that says, I'm here to cruise. I kick this off with my traditional drink.
I guess it would probably be a Blue Hawaiian. That's the one I always go to because I always freeze up in the moment when I'm thinking of some kind of weird, like, or not a weird, but some kind of tropical drink. I get a Blue Hawaiian. I like them. Champagne for D. Adams. I like it. Diet Pepsi. Someone said Diet Pepsi. That was Richard Z. No traditional drink, but usually some kind of martini is my first drink and in a walking glass. Always got to have a walking glass if you're mobile with a martini. That is for sure.
Yes.
Mojito for Chris Goo.
Yes.
Arnold Kump, Bloody Mary for Dana, and Tito's and Mountain Dew for me. Are we going to go live on the vlog cruise? Yeah, I'll go live at some point. I'll try and go live on Wednesday. Can the dog have a sleepover with Stella, says Jamie Wilhite. No. So Scott McNeil said Tito's and grapefruit juice, but he spelled it Titios. And YouTube must have looked at it and thought that it was some kind of untoward statement about tatas. So I just had to approve that comment. I've noticed we don't have any moderators here, so y'all could get away with whatever you want. So.
Oh.
What about the
our coop is well behaved though.
Yeah, except now that I said that, Steve Morales is going to go off the rails. Scotch on the rocks for 7 Empest. Mary Barkley, rum and Diet Coke.
Wow.
Amy Elke says doing shots. Steve Morales says Miami Vice. Pina Colada for Christopher Brown. This is where Doodles would play. I need to get that sound in here.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm just telling you, it's my advice to everybody out there. Find something that kind of kicks off your cruise, something that you there's no hesitation. You're not going to freeze up and say Blue Hawaiian. You're going to go up there and you're going to say the same thing every time. And that sells your cruise gun. At least it works for me. I have that red stripe and I get all charged up. I get so uptight about getting to the ship and to the port and being on time and make sure the luggage gets to the room. And so when I have that red stripe, it's just like, here I am. I'm leaving reality and I'm here to have a great time and meet great people and mingle with great people. So that's my tradition.
Well, you have lots of cool traditions, honestly. I never think about what I'm doing in the moment, right? I'm always like, I don't know. I never pay attention. So it's like anytime it's like we get on the ship, if I know I'm on a royal ship, right, I'm going to be like, give me a Coco Loco. But this won't be an option on this one, and I'm not going to give it any thought till I get there. And who knows? Maybe now that you say it, I might just have to get a red stripe. I don't know. I think that might be a cool tradition for me too. Or maybe something gross. I don't know. Just something straight and nasty.
I don't think they have blats.
No.
They don't have blats.
What's a Cuba Libre? I don't know what that is.
Rum and Coke with a lime.
Really?
That's all. That's rum and Coke with a lime.
That seems...
Went back to the old traditional.
I had a Coco Loco on Coco K and it was nasty. I'll have to try it again if I end up. You did not have a Coco Loco on Coco. Oh, a Coco Loco. I thought you meant, okay. I thought, yeah. Okay. So.
Labadoozy.
Yeah, I meant Labadoozy.
You've been on cruises where you search for the Labadoozy and then sometimes you go for the Coco Loco.
Well, because.
I don't know if there's a difference.
People will tell you there's a difference, but I've had several bartenders tell me there's not. And or I'm sorry, people will tell you there's not a difference. I've had several tell me that there is. It has something to do with with papaya and mango. You can't get the Labadoozy anywhere but Labadee or on a Labadeesian cruise. So that's what they say. I don't really know, but I can tell you they do taste quite similar, but a Labadoozy just has that appeal for me because, it just does. I don't know. It's just become a thing.
Well, my tip is when you're on the islands, you're on Coco, you're on Labadee, and you want a Labadoozy or a Coco Loco, do not buy one from under that has the great big tray of them like the guy selling Bud Light at a Blues game.
That's a great
You
point.
never know how long those have been there, and that ice is melting and it's all watery now. And then if you're on a cruise like in July, it's not even that cold. So if you really want a good one, you go to the bar and they'll make it fresh for you right then and there. And then I think they're
No, I think you're absolutely right. That's another pro tip, Larry. I got to give you props for that one. Also, I would not recommend ordering the coconuts because those have been sitting out forever too. They unless they're buying them fresh. Remember when we were at, where was that, Larry? Was that in Roatan where they were out there? It was in Roatan making drinks and pineapples right there.
from a canoe.
Yeah.
He had the machete out and he was chopping away and everything was fresh. It was amazing. I was trying to think who ordered that first. But it was amazing. So here I came up with a little this or that for you.
Well, let me just quick answer Christopher Brown's question. He said,
Go ahead.
any advice for Curacao? I can tell you this, and this is just me, so don't get all butthurt out there in YouTube land if this is your jam. But the Curacao factory was so overly hyped that I that's all I got to say. I did not enjoy that. Really enjoyed the resort that we went to. It was really small. Tommy Casabona, if he's still here, I can't remember the name of it, but he knew about it. He found it. There's lots of things to do in Curacao. I would say one of the things I wouldn't do is the tour of the Curacao factory. But I guess maybe everyone's got to see it once. But, that's just me. People in the comments probably know. I'll guarantee Tess has a whole itinerary for you.
It's a cool country. I mean, it is just all the different colors and you pull into it. I enjoy just walking around the town with all the different colors and the different shops. So you ready for this or that?
There you go. It is a very pretty town. It's a colorful town.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. They got that bridge. It's kind of like the floating bridge that I remember. It's just a really cool place. And there's just all kinds of things to do. I remember going to a beach time and walking around. Just walking around is just a lot of fun. Seeing all the colorful buildings and stuff. So those islands, I think they set apart from the Caribbean. They're just no better places. I mean, I really like St. John. I really like St. Thomas. I like St. Martin a ton. Aruba, Curacao. They're like really, really beautiful places. It's just not as many cruise ships go there because they're so far down to the south. So a lot of times you have to take a cruise out of San Juan. If you do take one out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, you won't have as many stops because it just takes them longer to get there. But they're very, very cool islands, and they just offer a ton of different things. This is when I go, as I always say, I want to come to Aruba for 4 days. I want to come to Curacao for 4 days, and it never seems to happen. But they're beautiful places. I would just investigate on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type in Curacao and you'll see a ton of vlogs of people in there and things they did, and you'll decide what you'd like to do.
Well, I mean, that's exactly. Nancy Fields says she's excited to see me again. Me too. Lots of people having birthdays. That's for sure, Timothy. I'm not sure that there'll be a specific meetup, but I know Timothy has a birthday during that cruise. I know Sarah from Q's Cruisers does. Matthew. I'm pretty sure there's more. I don't know how many people have the same birthday as Matthew and I, but we'll find out. Saint Tropez was the resort. That's right, Saint Tropez. Thanks, Carol. See, Carol, coming in hot. It was Saint Tropez, tiny little resort in Curacao, just down the street from like the main drag there. Oh, look at that. My wife and Melody on January 31st. And by the way, welcome, Alfred Inglesby. Glad to see you. So yeah, see, lots of people having their birthday. So, but that Saint Tropez resort was super small. The service was great because it was super small and there weren't a ton of people there. Definitely would go back there. The amenities, you know, it's a pool. It has a little beachy kind of area there, but you could really just have some drinks and chill. That's me. Naughty Cruiser Mike is having a birthday on this cruise. Nice. All right.
That's what happens when you have 500 people going.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Princess Zingano. I was going to say that. And I would be remiss if I didn't just say, Lindy Lou, you know I'm going to miss you on the group cruise. Yeah. That's for you, baby. All right, what do you got for me, Larry? Did you have a this or that?
All right, so this goes out to you. This goes out to anybody that's going on the breakaway in about 10 days away, 11 days away, or just anybody that's cruising. So you have the drink package, okay?
Yep.
You can order anything you want. And you go up to the bar, and you're gonna decide to have a bourbon. Do you order Buffalo Trace or Woodford?
Hold on a minute. I just don't feel right unless I have this. Okay.
Yes, I missed that music.
Well, people are guessing, or
Buffalo Trace or Woodford. Same. And it's, yeah, you have to guess what John would order. That's not what you would order. You got to guess what John would order.
Slinky's
a lot of Buffalo Traces coming out of there.
Slinky says Woodford, but I'll bet Slinky knows I'm a Buffalo Trace guy, so she probably was picking for herself. But Larry, I'm gonna choose Buffalo Trace almost 100 times out of 104, because unless it's a high-end whiskey that I'm just experimenting with, I know I can count on Buffalo Trace. But there's also quite a few that I can't count on. That you go to try and they're not very good. So,
yeah, I hear you on that. But that's the great thing about the drink package. So if you don't like it, you know, there it goes, and you move on.
Right.
All right, you ready for question number 2?
There's more than one? All right.
This one. Oh, I got many questions. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So, you go up there. You're going to get a drink like I taught you at the bar before you go into dinner.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Remember how I taught you that?
Yes.
Because what happens when you wait till you get to the dinner table sometimes?
Oh, I know.
You're on a waiting list.
A waiting list. They almost seem
take a drink.
They almost seem offended that you're even ordering a drink at dinner.
They look at you like you already ordered 4 dozen oysters, and they're gonna try not to give you that 5th dozen.
Yeah, exactly. All right, hit me.
So you're gonna take a drink into dinner. You order a Grey Goose Dirty Martini or Buffalo Trace Old.
Oh boy. Okay, I know that's easy. I know that one's easy for me. It's Buffalo Trace. Oh, or I'm sorry. No,
Trace
I'm so wrong.
old-fashioned.
I'm so wrong. I saw the comment. I live real close to the Buffalo Trace factory, says Stephen Hall, and it threw me off. No, Dirty Martini, for me, perfect way to start dinner. I can get down, but listen, it can't be
Yes,
any of
I
that.
agree.
Don't make the mistake that I make every now and then when I say, can I get an extra Dirty Martini without clarifying the vodka? Because every now and then they'll bring me the well vodka and it about grabs my esophagus and does the river dance deep down on my tonsils. So I can't do that. It's got to be Tito's, or I'm not a Grey Goose guy, but I do like Kettle One. So,
No, I'm not a great big vodka person, but Tito's, Belvedere, Kettle One, Grey Goose, I'll do them all. But I don't want like Gilby's.
Yeah,
where it burns going down.
I don't want the one that has some weird
Okay.
Russian symbol that I don't understand that probably cost $6.99 for a fifth. So
With like the guy holding a sickle in his hand.
yeah.
All right, so you're at the pool. You've been at the pool for about 4 hours. And you're super hot.
Thank you.
You've been outside for 4 hours. It's really hot. You finally go to a pool, and the waiter comes over, and you have two choices: Miller Lite or Bud Light. Give the people a chance to answer this one.
I will.
Does he order a Miller Lite or does he order a Bud Light? Bud Light, the number one selling. Here's the thing. I used to think Bud Light, or they used to say it's the number one selling beer in the country. But in St. Louis, home of Anheuser-Busch, it is now Busch Light. Everywhere I go, that's what people drink. Oh, it's mixed. I see Bud Light, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Miller. Oh, it's a toss-up.
You tell me when I can answer.
You can. There's. You can answer. There's been. I think everybody's voted.
Oh, okay. Then my answer is going to be Miller Lite. I don't know what it is. For whatever reason, I can't do... and I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to say I can't do Bud Light. I'm just not a fan of Bud Light that much. It's Miller Lite.
It's so funny you say that. I can drink Budweiser. I can drink Budweiser Select. I don't know if Select is everywhere across the country yet, but it was mainly in St. Louis. Started in St. Louis, but I'm not a big Bud Light fan either. I'll do Coors Light. I'll do Miller Lite. I'll do, like I said, Select. I'll even do Budweiser. We call it Bud Heavy.
Yeah. I just
Bud
recently
Light,
learned that.
It just doesn't do it for me. Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
It's also called Diesel. In St. Louis, Budweiser is called Diesel.
I was always told that Busch, Bud, and Michelob are the same exact recipe, just aged for different lengths of time. Huh. That's interesting.
Well, if you go to the actual brewery in St. Louis, they'll give free tours. And when you do the tour, they will list all the ingredients that go into the different beers.
I
that they make.
thought Budweiser was made with rice. They're not all made with rice, are they?
Yeah. No, so their big thing is with Budweiser, they put in beechwood into the vats.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, the bottom of the vat is filled with beechwood. And so they'll show a video of after if they empty it, he'll take a rake and he rakes out all the wood from the vat. So that's why they say it's beechwood aged. It actually has wood into it. No other beer that they make has any kind of a wood product in it. So what they tell you is one thing. How they make it, I couldn't answer that. But the best time is whenever you're having a big debate with friends, do a taste test and have somebody put a Bud Light in front of you, a Miller Light, a Coors Light, like a Select or something, and try them all and see which one you pick. I think you'll be surprised that it's not Bud Light. That's my opinion. But okay, you ready for the next question?
Oh, I love it. There's more? Yes, I'm ready.
Oh my God, we got a long way to go.
Slinky says if I
Okay,
gotta
so
drink a beer, it's
you've
gonna
had-
be a Bach. Like Shiner or Crawford.
Ooh. Okay, those are really good, but here's my thing. So when I go on a cruise, I like to hang out at the pool deck. You may have seen me like even taking a nap.
I
on the
have
pool
seen
deck
you
with a beer.
taking a nap. Yes.
I think you have. Yeah, I think you have. I think everybody has now. So
Oh, that's
those
not
are
it.
just so heavy. I can. But that's a good one.
That's not what I was trying to show. Ha ha. That's funny. Oh.
So those are just so heavy. I love Shinerbach, but I drink like 2 of them, and I'm like, I just can't. I guess I shouldn't say I can't keep doing it, but just so fun. So, all right. So a sea day, and you're going around the ship, and you go to look into your bar, and you feel like a beer, but you don't want a Miller Lite, and you want something a little bit with a to it. Corona or Heineken?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody give your votes. Corona.
That's a good
I'll
question.
say even Corona with a lime or Heineken, because I love them both. But I always have my go-to. Corona or Heineken. I only see... Oh, it's going back over. Corona's coming up. Corona. A lot of people like to see the Heine.
You got that right.
That's a good point.
You got that right, my friend.
You know, on some of the cruises now, you can even get Corona Light and Heineken Light. So if you like to watch your carbs and your calories, they offer them in lights also.
All right.
Okay, we're ready for your answer. Corona or Heineken?
Well, okay. I'm going to take it from the cruise perspective. I'm going to say Corona. I do love me a Heineken. That's for sure. But I'm going to say Corona cuz it's more beachy, you know what I'm saying? It just feels good that way. So that's my answer.
That was a tough question, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I'm getting rid of something here. There we go.
Trying to see what's going on in the chat. Okay, so you just had your dinner. You had your sea bass, and you had your I don't even know what you'd have with your sea bass.
Well,
Some type of probably asparagus and a salad and a shrimp cocktail.
yep. And
You had your dirty martini before it, right? So dinner's over.
well, let me just say,
You order.
I'm going to have a Mersolet. I'm going to have a Mersolet Chardonnay if at all possible.
Well, stop. That's a different question.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't have them in the right order.
Sorry.
So this is after dinner.
Okay.
Waiter comes over and says, "Would you like an after dinner drink?" You have 2 choices: espresso martini or chocolate martini.
There's a difference, that's for
What happened to our
sure.
music? What happened to our music?
I'm working on it.
All right, everybody out there in the chat, does he order an espresso martini or chocolate martini? Somebody just said shots. Oh. Yes. By the way, I forgot to ask you. What's your bourbon of the night?
Shoot. I forget what it's called. It's like 12 point. I don't know. It's an off-brand.
All right, so here's my little bourbon class of the night or the week. This right here. This is a hidden gem.
Oh boy.
Old Granddad 114.
Oh boy.
It's got a little kick to it because it's high in proof, but it's flavorful and it is affordable. You can get this for, I'm going to say, about $28 to $30.
But it's
I had
114
one,
proof.
to get some. Yeah. Don't light a match next to your mouth. But it's not as tall as you think. This is the type that you put probably with a little bit of a splash of water. If you don't like fruity bourbon. I had one of those and I was like, ooh, one is enough, and I'm gonna move back to the old traditional Buffalo Trace. You can go wrong with Buffalo Trace.
Ugh.
Okay, so espresso martini or chocolate martini?
That's easy for me. Espresso. Although they're both good. Absolutely both good. I usually have an espresso or a double after dinner every night anyway. So espresso martini, that's my jam.
About 3 or 4 cruises ago, I was sitting there and the waiter came over and he said, would you like coffee or would you like an espresso? And I've had an espresso before, but not really that often. He said, I was kind of feeling tired and I ordered one. I'm hooked on them. I go on a cruise, I get them every night, every single night. And the espresso martinis, I think, are off the whatever you want to say.
Well,
they are amazing. So I missed this question. You're getting your dinner cut, right?
Yep.
You can order Cabernet Sauvignon or any white wine. What is it?
Well, I think I let the cat out of the bag.
Cabernet Sauvignon, which is yeah. And you're not a Cabernet guy?
No, I am. I'll drink it with like something, steaky, I suppose. I'm just a snobby guy. And I don't know. When I'm eating fish, I want my white. Usually a Chardonnay. I can't mess with any of those Pinot Grigios or the weird stuff like that. But I do enjoy a Cabernet from now. I think one of your people's here. Who's Hockey Monkey? Oh boy.
Hockey Monkey. Oh. Hockey. Why do you think that's one of my people? Hockey Monkey. You have to, I don't even see it.
Hockey. Well, that's
I'm
because
sure
I
need to know who Hockey Monkey is. I don't even know who that is.
I just hit him from the channel.
I don't see it in the chat.
That's because the chat held it. But he said Larry sounds like he has a pair of something in his mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody just pinged me.
Yeah. So I mean,
all right. So the last question. You're at the pool, right?
Yep.
It's really hot, and the bartender says we're out of beer.
Okay.
And you got to have something to cool down with, right? So strawberry daiquiri or strawberry.
I gotta wait to answer this.
Let's see what everybody votes on.
Yeah.
Strawberry daiquiri or strawberry margarita. And you can choose your rum and you can choose your tequila. So it's not house. I can't even tell you the last time I've had either one of those.
D. Adam says hard pass.
Have you ever had either one on a cruise ship?
Larry, I think.
Have you ever had either one on a cruise ship?
I don't think so. No. I don't think I've had either.
I've had a margarita, of course. but I typically would get it on the rocks, not frozen. I think I've had like a lime daiquiri before.
Lime, I think I could be. I think I might be
Maybe
down
once
with.
or twice.
Yeah, I might be down with lime. I think I could get down with some lime.
Yeah, but no, this one you have to choose a strawberry daiquiri or a strawberry margarita.
All right. So here's my thing.
What are the people? There are a lot of margaritas out there.
There's some good. There's quite a few daiquiris as well. Here's my thing, though. Steve Morales, he says Miami Vice always. So, isn't a Miami Vice half strawberry daiquiri and half pina colada, or am I wrong there? I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
but
yes, that's exactly what it is.
I don't like that kind of drink. Anything strawberry like that and all like super fruity, I'm out. I'm out. Luna just walked out of here with what looks to be your shirt, but you still have your shirt on. But I don't like that sweet stuff. It gives me indigestion. It makes me feel weird. That's all. So that's just me, though.
So I guess I'll ask you: Would you have rum or tequila?
Okay, tequila. Yeah, that I guess that's the easier way to ask it. You're right. Yeah, tequila for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Always be booked. Miami Vice is a pain in the ass. You know what? I've always wondered that. For the bartenders, because now they have to make you 2 drinks in one. You know what I'm saying?
How about the one that's mango in there too? They'll have the strawberry daiquiri, the pina colada, and the mango daiquiri in there. It's got 3 in there. I can't remember what that's called, but I watch a bartender make that, and it's like, what? And you got one person ordering that, and 10 people waiting to order a Miller Lite or Coors Light or Bud Light.
Yeah.
It's like, I like the cruise ships where they have a line for beer only.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Beer only. It goes like super fast.
Yeah, or like or just like that. Yeah, the separate area. It says, Tess says Larry's audio is a miss. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't know. I believe she's probably right on some level, but I'm not sure that, I need more. Let's see. I'll mention it once more. I think Larry's mic is supposed to be spoken into from the side. Oh, I didn't see that. I think he's saying it isn't. Yeah. Your mic should probably be more face front, but that looks kind of weird like that. It'd block your face. But I mean, no, Tess, I appreciate it. I just don't know that, if it's on his end or if it's on my end, to be quite honest with you, because I'm having all kinds of issues. I can see that things are coming in and out, but yeah, that's what I thought, Daniel. Larry was good at first.
All right.
How about now?
All right. How about now? Is that any better? I'm straight into it.
Sounds good to me. You've sounded good.
All right, so I have one question left.
All right.
You ready for the last question?
I think so. Make it a good one.
Okay, so you are around probably a younger crowd that are on a group cruise, and they're all looking to you as the top guy. You're the guy that brings fun.
Okay.
And they all start chanting shots, 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 shots. And you have to order shots for all the people there.
Okay.
Fireball versus Jaeger. Fireball versus Jaeger. Both can be chilled. They're not warm. They're both chilled, which to me makes a huge difference. Let's see what everybody says. Fireball versus Jaeger.
Fireball. Lots of people saying Fireball. Fireball and rum chata, says Tess. Tess, I can get behind that. I like that. York got that once, or made that one time, or maybe I did. I don't know who it was, but I can get behind some Fireball and rum chata.
It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well,
or I could even throw out there a Jaeger bomb, because the Jaeger bomb kind of like lightens up that Jaeger. So it could also be a Jaeger bomb, Jaeger and a Red Bull. How about that? Fireball versus Jaeger bomb.
I know what I know the answer to this.
All right, let's have it. Give us your answer.
I used to do Jaeger bombs. I can't do a Jaeger bomb ever again. Don't get any ideas, Brubaker, because I won't do it, and you'll feel, then I'll be the jerk. I'll be the guy in Reddit, am I the a-hole? I won't do it if you give me one for a joke. I will say, you should have known better than to do that. So yes, Fireball. Not really a fan of Fireball, to be honest with you, either, but what, like Tess said, Fireball, rum chata, I can get down with that.
So you voted Fireball?
I voted Fireball, yes.
All right, well, you have to finish the story now. You have to finish the story as why you will not ever have a Jaeger bomb again.
Well, because the one time the last time that I recall doing it, I just remember like for 3 days, I just kept burping. Kathy L keeps laughing when Jamie comes in. I kept burping that weird black licorice flavor. If this was a real mentee, I might have won a sock, says Tess. Don't worry, Tess. I might have a pair just for you. You know, it's funny. I posted the link in the Facebook group, and it was only up for about 5 minutes. And I shut it down because I wasn't sure if I understood what how the process was going to work. And so I shut it down, but someone had already placed an order. And it's interesting. I paid for expedited shipping and they paid for normal shipping. Their socks came before mine. Or actually, I don't know that to be the case because the way they shipped, they said it delivered, but really it was just delivered to the post office for them to deliver. So maybe he doesn't have his yet, but I'm happy with him. And Tess, I don't know, I might have a pair just for you. Longtime supporter, friend of show. She deserves a pair of Ship Show socks, I think. Just picture Tess Almond walking on the pool deck with Larry and John on her back legs. I can't think of anything better. I just can't. Not at all. Well, listen. I think test 3, which is really what it is, went off better than I expected based on the fact that I didn't get home until close to 8:30. I had to do the thumbnail, all that stuff. Get it dialed in because I had changed Larry's camera settings last week based on the lighting. Larry's upgraded his studio with lights. I can show you. Check this out. I think, Larry, you'll appreciate this. So last week, Larry's green screen was gray. Look at it this week. Ready? It's not gray. It's green. So his colors are working. Larry, you did a great job getting that screen lit up. And now we just need to take a look at some of the other lights there. And I think we can really get you dialed in color-wise. And
I think I need a couple from the ceiling.
Well,
or at least quite a bit higher.
I don't know that you do that. No, you don't, because what's going to happen then is it's going to cast shadows on your screen. You really want the light offset on your face, kind of like this light here is being sprayed beautifully with a side light. You know what I'm saying?
It looks, both sides look good. You don't have a bad side.
Oh yes, I do. Just ask my wife. She sees it all the time. But in a bikini and Larry and John riding on the back. Ooh, nice. I don't know what I missed there. Lights are huge, says Daniel Fields. Listen, one thing that I know for sure is that in the background, I have been working on so many things, not just this big video that I have to release before this cruise. That's all there is to it. And it's 94% done. Sunday, I believe it was, Larry, that I messaged you. My computer would not stop crashing.
Yeah.
And there was, it just wouldn't. And 6 hours later, I got the son of a gun fixed, right? But, by that time it was, I didn't get to edit. So I'll get it done. I know I'll get it done. I'm excited to get it done. I keep saying I'm going to have it done, and I keep making promises that I can't keep. And what's that noise? Are you tapping your fingers?
No.
Oh. I was kind of hoping that you...
Nothing on my hand.
I was kind of hoping that you'd have to go to the bathroom or something so we could get more video.
Oh, I have to go. Trust me, I have to go.
Well,
I have to go.
Well, good, because I want to hear that sound again, whatever that was. But I don't know if you all remember this. Do you guys remember this from back in the day? Larry, you might remember this from being in my studio. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yesterday was a good day. Not only did these show up, right? But
you had to bring that subject up. I'll be right back.
What? Oh. I'll wait till he gets back so I can reveal this big reveal. Anyone else starting to get creeped out by Lurker Jamie, says Crazy Cat Traveler? I love it. That's all I have to say. Breaking the seal, says Kevin Brubaker. Exactly. Luna lunching on a credit card. See, there's so many memories that I have about this show, and sometimes they're not good. And I can tell you, when they're not good, it usually has to do with either like something audio or video, or this dog going buck wild while I'm live and there's not a thing I can do about it. But again, it's not her fault, it's mine. She is not getting the attention that she requires right now. And, the good news is I have a meeting with a lady next week, and she might be going to doggy daycare, and I think that'll help her get some of her energy out. So, because the big problem is, if I'm not around and I leave her upstairs, she'll go bananas and knock stuff over, and, it's Buck Cherry. What's going on with Buck Cherry? What did I miss? Who revealed SAST 83 days till cruising when it's only 11? What am I missing? What am I missing here? Okay, on your calves.
Okay, I'm back.
I see. I get it. Steve says, I'm not sure what to do now. Sharon at Sea says, great job, guys. Thanks. So, but let me show you, Larry, I waited until you got back. What? All right, here we go. This is what arrived yesterday. Would you just look at
How
it?
nice is that?
Just look at it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, how cool is that? I know I showed you guys pictures
So-
of it last week, but this is the real deal. And I tested. Wait. Oh, the background. Larry's background, or Larry, Sharon at C's background says 83 days till cruising. Okay, got it. See, it's not, I'll bet that background shot is probably, 10 years old. Slinky Angle King says, I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe she doesn't like it. I'm just kidding. But I tested the QR code. It works, y'all. It works. Yesterday was Barry Manilow's birthday. Well, anyway, I digress. That was pretty cool to show up, and I will be hanging that on our villa at Harvest K. So, what's up, Beverly Jidka? You got here just in time for me to say goodbye to my homeboy Larry. I think we've covered the bases. Again, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Each week we're getting better. But I do have one question about our background.
What's that?
Do you see you or I in any of those photos? Oh, I see you up there with the ship show.
Yeah, I put that in there actually. That was over a different photo.
Yeah, I know you did.
So, I mean, that wasn't necessarily the coolest thing to do. You know, I covered somebody up, but there you go. How about that? We'll get rid of that. We'll say goodnight to Sharon at Sea.
All right.
I'm sure I don't know if they're really in a hurry. Their next cruise isn't for another 83 days. But anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get it dialed in. I know it, especially when I have all the time. Yes, there is a rubber chicken up there. That's for sure. Cruising for Food says the chicken, not me. Great show. Well done, John and Larry. The bases have been covered, says Arnold. They've been covered, smothered, and chunked, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, right, Larry?
I know what you're saying.
Scattered,
Yes.
covered, smothered, chunked, and
yeah.
clunked. That's what they are. I thought I might have downloaded something else to go out with here, but you know, I didn't. So,
Well, my only tip is don't wait until this time next week to start your packing because you're very persnickety with your packing.
whoa. Did you say persnickety?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. I love how
The way
you work
pack
at
versus
it.
the way I pack.
That is fantastic.
That wasn't a super awesome comment.
Well, I mean, I don't think it works.
You are.
Yeah, see, it doesn't work.
Well, you should see. I can pack in 15 minutes, but I do steam all my stuff. I do put them on hangers, put them on my shower curtain. I steam all my stuff. Not to say that it doesn't get wrinkled before you get to the cruise ship, but at least I try. But I mean, you like roll your t-shirts. Like,
Well, no, but
you're a very good packer.
the reason
You're a
I do
very
that,
good
though,
packer.
if I don't do that, Larry, if I don't do that, what's going to happen is none of the stuff will fit. You know, that's all.
Right. I put a list together because it just gets so aggravating. I've been on 36 cruises and I always forget stuff. And so I try to put a list together and I keep adding to the list, but like the wall magnet hangers and just all the little stuff. I'll forget something if I don't make a list. And then I do take my clothes and I lay them on my sofa. I'll do pants, shirt, I do matching things, shorts. I do all that. So I try to, when I get on the ship, all of a sudden I'll be like, I have things that don't go together. But you bet you've had hectic times. You need to get a jump start on your packing. To me, the moment I start to pack means reality is set in that you're about to cruise. So it really amplifies the excitement to me. That's just the way I am. So when we meet next week, hopefully Doodles is with us. We'll have a great show, and you'll be right about to get on the breakaway and spend spend 2 great nights in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Wait, real quick though. You talked about the oysters on Friday. What's your plans for Saturday night?
So I don't know. I was hoping maybe I could get together, with a few people. Kelly and Stella will be coming in that night, so I want to make sure that I'm close. But yeah. So that's my plan. Is to get together just with some people, maybe find somewhere to eat and go from there.
Have a few drinks, have a cigar, get easy, chill.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
that's a good plan.
Yeah.
No big ass beers.
Well, no, I assume we'll probably make our way to Bourbon Street on some level, right? I just don't know. I think I'm gonna wing it that night, just so I can, figure out what's up. So, anyway.
Well, to throw it out to everybody. Just, I know we're wrapping it up, but I coach a high school hockey team, and it is so bizarre at how they put the schedule out. And I just got it today. Our playoffs start on February the 2nd, and I'll have a game February 2nd, 3rd, 4th. That Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll have 2 games. And I'm having such a great season. I just cannot win playoff games. So I wish I could go on this cruise. I really, really wish I could go. Missing the New Year's Eve one wants me to want to cruise even more.
Yeah.
It just wasn't in the cards. But just like the New Year's Eve one, I love seeing their posts. I love seeing their vlogs. It made me feel like I was part of it. And I'll feel the same about you guys going on this one. So I would say until Alaska, that's a big group one that I'll be on.
Larry says to sneak something, Daniel says to sneak something funny into my luggage. Larry, and where is it? Somebody said something. Now I can't. Oh, somebody wanted to know if Doodles has FOMO, and not for that cruise. He doesn't. No way. No how. No way. He is so excited for the Propaganda of the Seas, or whatever the hell it's called. That new ship. I don't know what it's called.
Which cruise line?
Royal Caribbean, the new one. The
Icon. The Icon.
Yeah, I call it Propaganda
Icon
of the Seas. Yeah, that one. That's what I.
You're not going on the Icon?
Wait, no. Wait, it's not the Icon. The most new one, not the one that's coming out. The one that's out now. The Wonder. Yeah.
Wonder.
Yes.
Wonder.
That was me, and I understand why he doesn't have FOMO. A lot going on. Yeah, he's been doing nothing but give me a hard time and saying, just come on this one. But listen, they're going to have a good time. I know that for a fact. But so am I. We got everything booked. Oh, I don't know did I say it last week? I was trying to get in touch with, I think I might have said something last week, but I was trying to get in touch with that resort, Infinity Bay. And they did not return my calls, or I'm sorry, my emails. I sent 3 emails trying to make reservations for the day that we're there. Nobody returned the emails. So I tried to call, and would you believe if you try and call their number, it just doesn't even go through? You can't call them. And so then I tried to call their actual local number, not the 1-800 number, and I got some message in Spanish. And, you know, nobody called me back. But here's what's cool. I called. I'm sorry, I didn't call. I messaged Johan from Real Deal Roatan Tours, which is a friend of Sharon at Sea. They will be taking care of all of Sharon's people throughout the day. That day we're in Roatan. And I messaged him just to say, hey, I'm just curious what's going on in Infinity Bay because nobody answers the phone when I call or messages me back. And he responded back and he said, they're terrible at that, right? They just, there's a disconnect. And he actually didn't say they were terrible. He just said that there's a disconnect. They can't get through. They don't always get the messages, whatever. Anyhow, I said, if they're closed, that's fine. And he's like, no, they're not closed. And he goes, is that what you're wanting to do? And I said, well, yeah, but I didn't bother asking you because I just assumed that you're going to be pretty busy that day, with Sharon at Sea's people. And I didn't want to bother him that way. I was just trying to find out from someone who was there that would know what the story was. And next thing you know, a couple days later, I got a confirmation in my inbox that I'm booked and ready to go at Infinity Bay with the Kumps and my family. So props to Johan from Real Deal Roatan Tours. He's taken care of us before, and I'm certain he's going to do it again. Anyhow, listen, it's been fun. It's been real.
Can you name a better place than that at Roatan?
Can I what?
Name a better place than Infinity Bay at Roatan.
No.
That place is awesome.
I mean, for me, no.
It is awesome.
I forgot what that was. So anyway, no, I can't. And the snorkeling is great. The snorkeling is great. But listen, I'm going to say goodbye. Larry, you want to say goodbye?
Thanks for tuning in, Coop. It's been real. We're making progress. That's the best thing I can say.
We'll get there.
Right?
We'll get there. Dang it. We'll get there. When I can focus on what's going on, we'll get there. You're doing just fine, so don't even worry about it. I'm a mess. And the fact that we even got here tonight is a stinking daggone freaking miracle. But we'll leave you with this, y'all. We'll see you next week in the big lead up to the vlogger extravaganza bonanza. Take off your panza. All right.
Good night, all.
That's not what I wanted. Dang it. Oh, for heaven's sake. That is not at all what I wanted. And I'm not going to go out like that. That is not what I wanted. I just started playing end credits. What the hell was that? What on earth is that? Maybe this will work? I don't know. No. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. Please work. Oh my gosh. Stop it with that dumb stuff. Hold on. You guys just pay attention to that note there on the screen. All right.
Cigars under the stars. Yes.
Here we go.
Why does it say 10 to 11, by the way?
Because it is 10 to 11.
Why is it cut off at 11?
Well, I know. I probably should have just said 10 till whenever. But here we go. I found it.
Because if you want to fire up another one. All right. Here we
All
go.
right. Good night, Coop.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. That's not it either, dang it. Hold on. We got to fix that. I'm going to play the right video.
That one was actually looking kind of
Actually,
cool,
you know
though.
what? I don't have it rendered out, so this is what you get. But I'll do it. I can do this. You ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Here we go. How you like that hot dog? You gotta have good hands to work with hot dogs.
Where'd that come from?
I had to soup up the studio just a little bit.
This is nice.
Good night, everybody. Don't take any wooden nickels. May the force be with you. And